The following is a podcast meant for adults and discuss things like sexual content and alcohol use. Listener discretion is advised.
Listen, she's a weird baby. It's not my fault.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Drunk Texting Podcast. The podcast where we have some drink, talk some mess, and help you get through your thirsty third day as only we know how to. Before we get into introductions, please remember, always drink responsibly, never drink and drive, sometimes drink and text. With that being said, I am one half of your co-hostess team, JB. I'm joined today by my co-hostess with the mostest that always has an adjective that I don't always agree with. Please tell the people who you are and what's your adjective for the week.
Let's see what our friend, the Chelsea Dusty random word generator, has to say. Ooh. How fitting. I am the lovely Kristal.
Okay, I'll agree with lovely. I think lovely.
I'm very lovely.
You can be.
I'll read that.
But we're not gonna dilly dally bury
What?
We're not gonna dilly dally.
Fucking Ned Flanders? What is that?
Dilly dally, man.
What are
Are you saying diddly daddly?
Yes.
Yeah, like
Dilly
Ned
dally.
Flanders, like Ned Flanders from The Simpsons. Dilly dally.
He do that shit on fucking
He
purpose.
be doing that.
Oh, he does?
Yeah,
I watch
he
The
be doing
Simpsons.
that. He was like, oh, diddly daddly, diddly diddly dally.
Ew.
Yeah, like there's the whole thing.
I don't watch The Simpsons. I don't know.
Trust me, I only know from like clips and bits and pieces.
That's so weird.
It's pretty cool though. I think it's an interesting work.
That sounds like a choral vocal warm up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Nah, man, but some of these choral vocal warm ups that they be doing,
They're
especially,
great.
I hate the fact that I never was taught solfege before I went to college. So when I tried to,
like Soulfish.
I would prefer the numbers because it helped.
Numbers.
I'm so serious. Like when you tell me, all right, I was going to be in C. We're going to start on the 4, 5, up to 7, back down to 4. I got you. I know exactly what that is.
No,
But if you tell me we're going to go from the fa, so to the
I'm waiting on my next one. Like, I'm here. You went fa, so what's next?
fa, so go up to
Going up to T.
T,
Okay.
fa, so T, and then back down to fa.
Oh,
Like
that's
I'm not gonna know what that is. Because now I'm having to sit here and be like, fa. Oh, okay, we're gonna. Okay.
Yeah, fa, so skip one with a T, go back to fa.
But again, if you
never
keep,
watched The Sound of Music.
I did.
That's
Very
Soulfish.
I know it's solfege.
Well,
But I'm saying I would never taught how to use solfege in the musical application the way a lot of my peers were when I got to college. They had been taught in high school. I had not been taught that. I had just been taught through numbers. So literally we would say like, okay, the C chord is the 1, 3, 5 of the chord or of the scale, and that's what makes the chord. And I'm like, oh, okay. Or like, oh, the arpeggio is the 1, 3, 5. That's what makes up the chord.
So-
Okay, I know that.
So did you ever learn the hand signs that go with it?
No,
Oh my gosh.
I never learned the half time.
We did.
It's been forever since
I remember
I've
that. I did the hand signs all through middle school. We had to in middle school. Of course, we were very strict. Middle school, high school, I was the only person who could fucking sight read in high school. In the course, I'm carrying my entire section.
And I'll
It was
admit,
great.
I should have, and I'll admit, it's because I didn't do chorus. After I joined band, I
What
just
about
did
music
band.
appreciation?
Huh?
You didn't do music appreciation in high school?
No.
I
I was marching band, jazz band, symphonic band. And then like the occasional basketball pep band, but we didn't have
What
a
is basketball pep band?
Exactly what the name says. We're a pep band for the basketball team. Whenever they had home games, we would go to the game. It'd be like,
The basketball team with the band.
yeah, you ain't never did that. They had one at VSU.
I didn't go to the damn games.
I'm not surprised by that.
I went
It's
to
like-
one football game. It might have been homecoming my senior year.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't care about football.
I see that.
Yeah. Don't give a shit.
And in high school, I didn't go either.
I loved that. Was
Well, I went to the occasional football game if my friends wanted to hang out.
That was my jam back in high school. Like, and of course I was in marching band, so
Exactly, so you
but
had to
like,
be there.
Right.
But like, no, I would get excited getting ready to go to games. Like, we would, especially like home, whether it was home or away, I would get excited. Even like ninth grade, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be at home game this week." I'd be so excited the whole week. Going to practice, I'd be excited. I'd be looking over my music at home. Like, I'd be like, "I'm excited, bro. We're about to do this. We're about to have a good time. We're gonna go to the game to have fun." I'd be in the stands playing that music. I'd be so happy. That was my happy place. I ain't gonna lie. Then I got to college, and it was my happy place. And then I got out of marching band, and I decided I was still gonna go. And I saw my ex, and I wanted to fucking die, and I hated it.
Yeah, no, I was a chorus and drama kid in high school. I was not.
Yeah.
I was very far away from the football field.
Yeah.
Don't put me out there. It's hot.
That's crazy.
Mostly.
A lot of our
drama.
band kids were also a part of drama, and a lot of the choir kids were also a part of band and drama. We were all just co-mingling. But
How big was your high school?
I want to say our graduating class was, don't let me lie, a couple hundred.
Wait, don't lie.
Huh?
I said don't lie.
Don't let me lie, I really don't know. Like, we moved up over the years, because I want to say we started my ninth grade year, which I was in junior high school. I want to say we were 4A. We moved up to 5A my 10th grade year. Moved up from 5A to 6A, I want to say my senior year. Then we moved up to 7A after I graduated. Like, we got that many kids. Just, our community just grew that much. Which, I don't understand. We only have one high school in my hometown. We really have enough students to have two. We have enough to have a county one and a city one. And I don't understand why we just have a county high school.
You only have, in your whole town, y'all have one high school.
Yes.
It's very small.
I see. That's crazy.
But like, we have enough students, and it has grown over the years that they could justify having a city high school and a county high school. They could. And what I don't understand is we have, I want to say upwards of like 20 elementary schools, if not more. We have upwards of like 20 elementary schools. We have, I want to say, like 2 middle schools. No, we have 1 middle school. We have 1 junior high school and 1 high school.
Well, y'all have middle school and a junior high school?
Yes,
What the fuck?
because the middle school is 6th and 7th grade. And it's all of the 6th and 7th graders in the school system. Then the junior high school is 8th and 9th grade.
That's so weird.
That's weird. That's very
And
weird.
then 10th, 11th, and 12th is all of the high school.
That's weird.
That's so weird.
And it's funny, the year that I would have gone to the 8th grade and been in the middle school and 8th grade, that's when we switched over to having the junior high school being 8th and 9th grade.
It's weird.
It was stupid.
It is elementary, middle, high. That's all you need.
We had 2 middle schools before they switched to that,
Junior high. It's weird.
because it was Willie J. Williams Middle School and C.A. Gray Middle School. But then they changed, it went from that to Willie J. Williams Middle School and then C.A. Gray Junior High. And I'm just like, whoever made this decision clearly does not understand how things work, because that's not the way to do.
Such a small town.
It is, well, it was, it like I said, it's grown.
I would hope so.
They're about to get a freaking, they're about to get 3 big businesses. One of them about to get a Five Below. Like, I'm shocked. I was like, what? They're getting a Five Below?
Dude, that's a level good Five Below.
There's nothing wrong. Like, look, you get a
We
good
love a good
Five
Five Below.
Like, if you get a good Five Below, like one of those ones that's like the size of like those super Dollar Trees. You know those ones I'm talking about that have like the like the really big one that have like the freezer section in the back, and they have like,
I can go to Dollar General in the freezer section.
yes, but like the Dollar Trees that have freezer sections.
Yes.
And like those like big, like the one that's up here on,
She don't know that.
there's one up on,
Whatever you're about to say, I don't know it.
how do you not know?
She's
Do
not
you come from here?
No!
No.
I don't come from here.
You were born in
No.
like
I was not born
the
here.
next like city over.
Exactly, the next city over.
But how
Not
are
here.
you born in the next city over don't know anything about like.
How
Because she don't live here.
I've never lived here in my life.
Okay, I didn't live in Tifton, but I knew about. I knew at least enough how to get around Tifton and how to.
I know how to get around Macon. I don't know how to get around this stuff.
I mean,
I don't come here.
I mean, how do you live in a city over and not know? That's like.
I had no
That's
reason
the
to come
same
here.
thing of me not knowing like Byron and Fort Valley.
Like I didn't have.
That's
I had
the
no
next
reason
city
to come
over.
over here. I don't have family here. Nothing.
That's the same.
It is a shame. But it's not.
Ooh.
I was a child. How was I get over here anyway?
That's strong and nasty.
Who fault that is?
Mine, 100%.
Well then tell us what is it you're drinking on?
This nasty
Terrible
concoction.
It was a great segue.
It is what will be lovingly known on from now until eternity. And once I figure out how to, because it has potential, I just got to figure out how to properly put the stuff in there. But I will be lovingly referring to it as Davy Jones's Locker, because what's in it is the last of that. If you guys can cast your mind back to the Cayman Jack rum that we had on the podcast some weeks ago. It's the very last bit of that, a little bit of Coca-Cola, some lemon juice, and a squeeze of the guava fruit puree.
No wonder it's nasty.
And again, I say, if I can figure out, because there's potential in it, I just have to figure out the proper, the amount goes in, because I think I didn't get the amounts right, because I'm still getting a huge cut of the rum, and so if I can just get the proportions right, I'll be straight. I said the line. This right here is the line, but that's going to come at a section later in the show. But I went on ahead and poured it up anyway because I wanted to have it. What are you drinking on, Miss Lovely?
Not bad.
Clearly not.
Right. A podcast favorite.
Oh, the podcast favorite?
Yes, podcast favorite. A podcast original.
Okay, I'll give you that.
A podcast
I'll give you
original.
a podcast original, sure.
A podcast original throwback of Bounce That Ass.
So
Yeah.
running back to bounce that ass. Okay.
Yeah, you
That's
got
fair.
to. You got to. On this lovely Thirsty Thursday. What else are you going to do?
I mean,
Besides Bounce That Ass.
I guess. I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know either. I'm a child of God.
But before we open a can of worms that we can't close, we're going to go ahead and get into our first section, which is our question of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this question, I didn't want to wait all the way until Valentine's Day because I think this is a good one to be able to have for our partners as well, aka the studio audience.
Okay.
But what is one thing that you've done that really impressed your partner? First one, I organized our entire closet by color and clothing type. My partner was blown away by my type A organization skill, or maybe they were just impressed I actually did something productive for once. You know?
Fair.
That's fair.
That's very fair.
That's very fair. Let's see. I have no idea. Guy Fawkes. What is Guy Fawkes?
Guy Fawkes.
Yes. So, this one, I don't understand. This one shouldn't be under the post, but I brought it up. So, since this post is marked NSFW, we got together around Guy Fawkes night, lots of fireworks. We were having sex, and a big firework went off just as I finished.
What?
What?
I have no idea.
Did you say Guy Fawkes?
Yes.
Guy
Fawkes.
F-A-W.
K-E-S, yes.
That's a...
It's a bonfire night and fireworks night.
I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Commemorating the failure of gunpowder.
What? Alright then.
Of the gunpowder plot of 1605.
When Guy Fawkes, a member of the gunpowder plot, was arrested Well, Garden Explode, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Um,
Fire, another reason pop fire plans.
okay, I like this one.
Okay.
One day, I just lifted her up to the ceiling in like a silly, goofy move. She was about 45 to 50 kilograms at the time. So it was like really not a big deal. But that was the moment she understood the strength difference between us, and it really impressed her.
What?
Do you know how much 45 kilograms is?
How much?
99 pounds.
So she was like, like 99 to 105 pounds. Somewhere.
So 99 pounds of nothing.
She was 99 to 110 pounds. Bitch, go to hell.
Whatever. You ain't nothing but a leaf
I
anyway.
can't lift you up. Imagine, like, oh my god, he lift me up, bitch, you're a piece of paper. What do you mean?
You literally skin and bones.
Me, get out of my face.
Yeah.
Unless he is smaller than you,
Yeah.
get out.
A twig dating a twig.
That's crazy. Unless the OP was 45.
Oh, this one's just weird. This one, I'm gonna be honest, this one I kind of want to have a conversation about because I don't know, you know?
Okay.
Back when we were just friends, I unconditionally helped her through the aftermath of her ex's separation of life.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I just like the phrasing you used. That's different. That was different. I was laughing at the phrasing, not the separation of life. That's not the phrasing I use, but that's different. I've never heard that.
You know, I couldn't think of a more nice way of saying it, to be honest. Like, out of all the ways that I've heard to refer to it, you know, just separation of life.
End of life. Eating from earth.
Unaliving.
Unaliving. That's what the kids.
I didn't want to use that. I don't like that. I don't know why I don't like that one. But
Yeah.
I didn't expect anything to come out of it. I just seen a friend hurting and did everything that I could. So I guess the thing is they're now together, but when they were friends, he helped her through that, and that's really impressed her. But I'm just like,
But they're impressed because that person was there for them.
The bare minimum.
The bear.
like being,
Do you
like,
not have
being there
friends?
for that person.
What are
Like,
the rest of your friends doing?
because the thing is, like,
If you're impressed by someone being there.
like, I don't know. It's just a weird. It's a
It is.
I guess it depends on the capacity.
Yeah.
yeah, and I think that's part of.
Like maybe he went the extra mile to be there for her.
Yeah.
More than she expected him to be.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe her expectations were low and his
Maybe they had none.
effort was high.
Maybe.
She has some low ass expectations.
This one is kind of cute, and we're gonna, you know, levy the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that I don't think I'd ever get the opportunity to do because this one just loves to do everything. So, watched musicals with her. Took her to see Greatest Showman when I came home and found her listening to the soundtrack. Watched Hamilton with her on Disney Plus. Did a simultaneous watch of Has Been Hotel while I was on work travel. Oh, okay, now I get it. Meaning like you both watched it. Okay. And when the trailer for Wicked came on in the theater, I leaned over and whispered, "Don't worry, we're going."
That's cute.
And I'm just like, I mean, okay, that's cool, that's cute, but like,
That's still.
I don't have the option slash opportunity to surprise her with like, oh, we're gonna go do such and such, because of the fact that this one will literally see. She won't even see the actual trailer itself. She'll see somebody talking about the trailer on like TikTok or something.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll be like, ooh, I saw somebody mention the trailer. Can we go see it when it comes out? I don't even know when it comes out, but can we go see it?
I mean, you can still surprise her with it.
How?
You
If
just
she's
say-
already
You don't know
expecting.
when.
Yeah, you could say, yeah, we'll
You
go.
like we'll see.
Oh, she had the memory of a goldfish until it comes to stuff like that.
Fair enough.
Well, you can say, yeah, we'll go.
And the fact that she's
You
smiling
don't
at me
know
right now
when you're
is
gonna
exactly
go.
proving my point.
That's the surprise. You don't know when. You know it's coming, but you don't know when. That's the surprise. That's it. I was hearing the movies like, okay, what's it?
You know, it's scary. I'm gonna read this one and I'm gonna think my thought. I learned how to cook by secretly taking classes. It's
Secret.
scary to me
That-
how many people, how many adults, I guess I should say, how many adults don't actively know how to cook. Let me preface that. I'm not the cooker of my relationship. I will openly say that. I'm not the cooker in my relationship. But I can if Bay needed. If Bay came in one day and was like, hey, I'm really not feeling it. We have everything to make insert thing here. Can you do it for me? I can and will go in there and do it. I can. I'm just not the cooker for it. And I think that says a lot. Because even my dad gets impressed sometimes when like I tell him that I cooked something or I've done something. He's like, you know how to do that? Yes. Yes. I have not been in a relationship so much since being in college that I have not had to learn how to cook on my own. Like I have to learn, and I don't just go out to eat all the time. Like y'all assume that I go eat McDonald's and Burger King 3 meals a day, but like, no, I have to cook. Like I have to learn how to cook.
Eating out is expensive.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. So that's just my little thing I wanted to say. A lot of these are kind of, but
I mean, some of them are bare minimum. If it's coming from like ladies, women point of view, understandable.
right.
Because a lot of times men do the bare minimum, like, oh my God, you know how to be a basic gentleman. I love it.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. There are a lot of, I'm not even going to just say specifically a lot of women, but there are a lot of people who just getting the bare minimum is a surprise for them because
Yes.
of just the piss poor examples set by like exes and people that they've been
Yeah.
with.
Mhm.
So,
The bare minimum is the bar for them.
and you know, if that's the bar, it's not a bad thing, but like, baby, don't worry. We gonna,
Right.
I'm gonna show you why.
Bring it to the good side.
Exactly. Like I'm gonna show you
Show
why
you what life is, the
I.
good part of life.
I'm gonna show you why I called myself the best that you will ever have in your life when you met me. Like because I'm gonna show you what it means to have somebody that's not just gonna do the bare minimum. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay that you've never had it before. It's fine. Cause now you have it now. And like you know.
Exactly. You have it now.
Period.
I don't know peace when both members of the studio audience are here.
They never bring us peace.
I just don't know
But
peace.
this is what we're stuck with.
It is. And I won't even, I won't even call it stuck. I won't even call it stuck with because, you know,
This is what we chose.
I made the decision to marry her and I love her very much.
Exactly.
And even though she get on my nerves,
That's your decision. You're gonna
20,
stay. You gonna stick by
even
her.
though she get on my nerves 22 out of 24 hours of the day, I still love her with all that is in my being. And I ain't going nowhere. I don't want to go nowhere.
Oh.
That's why in the last
you can't
episode,
go nowhere because I break your kneecaps.
that's why in the last episode I was fighting so bad. Like I don't want to even do that because just the idea. Like, and that's another thing. I don't understand how these people be out here cheating because I'm like, bro, just the idea of doing something like that behind her back.
Mhm.
I get nervous when there are women that I know that get too close to me. I get nervous because I'm like, hey man, chill.
They don't care about their relationship or their lives.
And I'm just like,
Right.
and I'm like, I don't understand how there are these people, these guys, these women who can just go out and cheat and just not feel nothing. Because I'm like, bro, just even the thought of any of that happening. I did the thought of even somebody, even I've even had friends that have like come up to me and have hugged me, and I'm still just like, all right, cool, hey, thank you, all right, cool. And I'm like, because I'm like, bro, I didn't, no, it makes me uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable to think, even in the slightest. Or even, God forbid, somebody sees something and thinks,
Otherwise.
exactly, somebody looks and sees something from the outside and looks like, oh, he was being flirtatious with old girl. And I was doing no such
But
thing.
none of the sort was.
And don't you ever try to like pull that rumor out your
Yeah,
ass
don't
that I
put
was
that shit on
doing it. Right, because just that idea, it scares me. I don't, like, we built so much over the past 4.5 years. why would I want to do anything that's going to fucking jeopardize that?
Exactly.
I don't understand these people being in these fucking marriages 12, 13, 14 years, cheating, and I'm just like, how did you even allow your mind to think that you could do such a thing?
I feel like a lot of it is they've repeated themselves so many times of things that can be fixed, should be fixed, voicing their opinions of what is going on, and then the person has checked out. After so long and so many conversations, that person is checked out. And I feel like for some people, it's all emotional. Once they have disassociated from the relationship, it's all emotional at that point. But for the freak leaks out there that can't handle just one person, they need something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Not be
can't.
with one person.
Yeah. And I feel like they should stay single.
Or get in an open relationship.
Right. And to those people that do open relationships, those people that do polyamorous relationships, we're not talking about y'all. We're not talking about y'all because we openly love and respect y'all to be able to do that. I still to this day, after having multiple conversations, don't understand some people that be having polyamorous relationships. And I'm like, how? That just, not to say that I couldn't, but like, boy, that just seems like a lot of work. Like, dog, I couldn't imagine having to come in the house and be like, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe. and of course, I know I'm speaking on extreme. Like, there's usually not like polycules that are like 5 or 6 deep, but like, I still just like three, like the three of us in like a triad or something. It's like, hey babe. It's just like, well, it's just like, well, she wants me to go to see what you call it with it. Well, okay, well, cool. Maybe I don't really want to. Do you want to go? I don't really want to go. Well, she still wants to go. Well, somebody has to go with her. And it's like, and it's just like.
But that's when communication comes into play.
Absolutely.
You gotta know, like, if you're gonna be in a triad like that, hey, everybody knows what the other's into. Typically, everybody is kind of on the same page about things.
Right.
But there are the occasional that's like, hey, this is like a 3-way relationship, but I'm only in a relationship with this person.
Right.
I'm not in a relationship with so-and-so over here. I'm just with this person, and he just happens to be with that person.
Yeah.
But I'm not with that person. It's like a B relationship.
The term for that person would be like the primary?
Yeah.
The
primary relationship.
Yeah.
And again, I'm speaking, and I will openly admit this, I'm speaking on situations that I have not myself been in.
Right.
I'm just as someone who has
The outside.
tried to, and I've tried to do my research. I've met people online who were part of Polycule. I've asked them questions that I've been curious about. And again, that's still just things that I don't know. But
I would say it would become a problem if, like, let's say 2 people were dating for like 2 years or whatever, right? And one of them was low-key thinking about cheating already. They're like, let's open a relationship, so then that gives me
That's where she's coming
that's my issue. But I know it's different from those relationships.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'll also say, Reddit has made me fearful of the whole open relationship idea, because Reddit stories have been like, I opened up my relationship, or I opened up my marriage to save my marriage, and now I'm sad, like, and now he's leaving me, like stuff like that, and I'm just like.
Because a lot of times it's manipulation.
Yeah.
Like, they were cheating on you before, and now like they want to open the
Now they
relationship. So
openly
now,
want to cheat.
oh, well, I found this person. I met this new girl, Amber. Like, bitch, you knew Amber from back in the day.
You know, I haven't
You've
known
been fucking Amber in the
God,
streets.
I haven't known an Amber since like high school. That's crazy.
Same.
Amber used to be my alias when we used to go out. That was my alias.
Really?
When we went to bars, yeah,
Mine was
Amber was
Courtney.
my alias.
Mine was Daniel.
Did you have one?
No.
I switched. I switched a couple times. I had Daniel, I had Derek, and I had Ronnie. I had Ronnie one time. I used Ronnie all of like maybe one time. And I was in Florida, and I was just like, I really don't want anybody in Florida to know my name. I think it might have been the first time I went down there. Like, I was like by myself. I was just like, you know what? I'll go by Ronnie.
Ronnie. Of all the names in the book, you said Ronnie.
It just popped up. I was like, you know what? Ronnie. I like that name. I'll go with Ronnie.
Like, I like that.
I'll go with Ronnie. It's a good name.
Is it?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
You haven't done anything to impress your partner?
So what?
The question.
That I was curious if we were gonna come back to that.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to it.
So what? I want to ask her because I don't want to just assume and put words in her mouth.
Alright.
What have I done, or have I done anything that have just made you go and like have really just impressed you?
I don't know. I'm just playing.
So,
I'm gonna drink to it, man.
So I said this in our wedding vows, and this will be like a core memory for me. When I had COVID and you came to my apartment and sat outside in the freezing fucking cold and talked on the phone with me through the fucking sliding door for 2 hours.
I remember that.
On Christmas Day. Cause I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't see anybody. I was stuck in the house for a month because I couldn't do anything. And like, even though I did like Skype my family later on that day, because we were all trying to quarantine and whatnot, that hit a little different than doing that. Yeah, my parents were coming to make sure I'm okay, but it's always that hanging on the door, step back 6 feet, where I'm just like, just a booty. So it's always that. Cause I was sick as a dog.
She was. I remember.
I was sick as a fucking dog.
And I remember, so giving some more context to that. She found out she had COVID. She had been staying the night at my house, like, because she had, 2 or 3 days off from work. And so she had been staying the night at my apartment, but she was sick. Like, she was sick, like, the symptoms had been coming on. And I wasn't very nice. I was like, bro, you got COVID, you need, like, come on. But I was like, you know what, you've already been here for 2 days, that's my bad, I'm sorry. Shouldn't have acted that way. I was still just nervous because I was like...
He was so mean.
How dare you?
Oh, come on. No, you're making it seem like I just like threw shit at you. All I did when I found out
the door, down the steps,
no, all I did
over with your car.
All I did was like when I found out, like I went into my walk-in closet and like closed the door behind me. And I was just like, "Are you sick? Like what symptoms you got?"
Sick.
And she was just like, "I don't know." And I was just like,
"Cause my head was killing me."
And I was like, you know what? You've already been here for over a day and a half, so if you got anything, I got something. So
you better stay.
And I was like, you know what? Don't even worry about trying to get home right now. We'll figure it out tomorrow. So she goes. The next morning, she goes to get tested. I go to work because I'm like, I ain't had no symptoms, so I'm chilling. I got my mask on. I'm good. Calls me crying. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, go over it. So I fucking rush out and tell my manager, like, hey man, I gotta get tested. I'll see y'all. So I went and got tested. Didn't have it. So I probably had it before because I had gotten sick back in November. And I mean, like, I was dog sick. Like, it was terrible. But even when I went to get tested then, they tested me for flu, strep, and COVID. None of them came back positive. So I have no idea. I still think it was COVID. I think
it was probably some other strain.
I was about to say it might have been a different variant that they couldn't test for at the time. So, but so she gets it, and I'll never forget the conversation I was talking to my mom, because it was after she ended up going to the hospital because she also had pneumonia.
Damn.
Yeah, I literally could not breathe.
You were dying.
It was so hard to breathe. And I felt like I was dying.
You were dying.
And I'll never forget, I was talking to my mom, And this was one of those moments where I kind of tell them, like, they always ask, like, oh, well, when did you know that you were gonna, that you wanted to marry her, that you knew that she was gonna be for the rest of your life? Like, by that point, we had already set a date for our wedding. Like, even though we weren't engaged, had no talks of getting engaged, but like
the wedding was set.
We did. It was for April 15th.
April 15th of 2023.
Yep.
And it was almost 6 months to the day from when we had the original. But I'll never forget, it was that night after she was in the hospital. She sent me a picture of her arm from when they had stuck her to get like some IV drip in her. And I called my mom, and I was scared. And I was really scared. Because I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do if she becomes a tally on the COVID counter. And I was scared for
You
real.
would
Like,
have seen me.
like, I was legitimately scared that night because I was like, I don't know. Like, I was like, there's nothing I can do. And I was like, but I love her. And I want her to be around. I want her to be a part of my life. And there's nothing I can do. And then that panic, that was that and like part of it was that night when I was like, I'm going to fucking marry her if she comes out of this. I am going to make her my wife. Should she survive and should everything go smooth. So she gets home, she's at home, she tells me about how her dad got her the new TV so that way she doesn't have to carry
I
her
don't fucking die.
brick ass TV.
Because that same TV I had in college,
Yeah.
that was the one I was toting back and forth from my room to the living room so that I didn't have to be in one spot all day.
Yep.
But he was so scared that I was gonna like pass the fuck out and from trying to carry the TV. So that's why he bought me that TV.
So literally, I'll never forget, I made the plan. I was like, all right, I'm going to get tested one good time before I go down for Christmas. But I said, I was like, I have a plan, because she had gotten my gift sent to my apartment. So I already had my gift, promised her I wouldn't open it, and I did not touch that thing until Christmas Day. But literally was like, oh, I'm here, I'm going to do it, I'm going to get her a Christmas thing. And she had every right. She should have known what I was planning the day of. Because asked her, I was like, do you have your back window, your sliding door blinds open? And I think she said yes, but she was moving so sickly and she didn't realize. So I called her and I made it sound like I was driving still. I was like, hey, I just dropped you off a present at your house. I'm still headed down, but I have 2 presents for you. The first one is on your doorstep. And so she goes, opens the door, she kind of looks, grabbed it. Oh, this is so sweet. And I was like, okay, the second one. Open your back patio window blinds, please. And just the look on her face and the smile, the like sickly smile that she gave me was all the confirmation in the world that I knew that once she got better and she was completely better, that I was going to do whatever I could to make her my wife.
Y'all gonna make me cry.
I'm trying not to fucking cry.
Cry.
Talking about, no, I already did last episode.
Okay,
I'm not doing.
cry again.
I'm not doing it again
Cry
for.
again.
I'm not doing it
Cry
again.
again.
No, I done already cried enough for her.
Cry for your little
I got
story,
pictures and videos of me crying at the wedding.
Cry again.
Look, no, I'll put that.
The wedding was a long time ago. Cry
No
again.
shit.
We still got to see that.
Oh yeah, we didn't show them that.
You said y'all gonna show the wedding video.
Well, then we'll show you after.
Okay,
the
bet.
day. We'll
I
actually show you after we get into the day. But I might, if I can actually get the file myself, I might put like just the little section of
Just
my
put
reaction when I
crying.
see her, because I think I've mentioned it on the podcast. I was already a fucking mess before she even walked down the aisle, because I was nervous. I was fucking nervous, bro. I was like, bro, I ain't never did this
The
shit
look
before.
on your face, cause I could sense you were nervous as fuck from back there. Got close, you're like, hey, bitch.
Because I
That
was
nigga
I was
He crying already.
because I was looking at y'all. I was.
Oh no, cause I gave you a little head nod. What you right behind me?
Bro, I was so happy. I was so happy and just joyous for that day. that like I was just happy just seeing y'all and the fact that y'all came out to support her the way that y'all did. Same thing for me and my folks, the way that they came out and supported me the way that they did. Damn near no questions asked the whole time. Was able to fucking flip and change up when I needed them to, and all things and everything, and so that's why I was fucking damn near crying when y'all was walking down the aisle. I had Snoop over there fucking wiping out my eye. Make it look like I'm sweating. Make it look like I'm sweating.
Nah, and it didn't work because you looked like you were crying. You were ugly crying.
Oh, I was. Oh, 100%.
You were.
Oh, 100%.
It was atrocious.
100% ugly crying.
But that's what you're supposed to do.
And the thing is, she already told me, and studio audience, this is notes for you, she already told me that if I didn't cry when I saw her, she was walking, turning back, and coming back down.
I told him if you don't cry, ain't none of his groom's been eating.
Oh,
Damn. They're not gonna eat.
So what I'm hearing is,
Somebody
hey,
like
don't worry,
kick you or something.
don't worry,
Oh no, he an easy cry. He an easy crier.
don't worry. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have an airsoft gun. I'm gonna just be holding it from a distance. I'm gonna be like, all right.
If he don't cry, nobody's eating. I will send all the catering home.
Look, right
I'm
there,
gonna take my
right to the
plate.
thigh, right to the thigh, so that way you can kind of easily hide it and be like, bow.
Gabby, when you walked out, just give me a little thumbs up or thumbs down behind the back if he ain't crying by the time y'all walked out.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna stop the music. Stop.
That's crazy.
You have right to push me.
That's crazy. You ain't gonna do that.
I'm gonna tell Chantel that my best friend do too. If I don't get the last little thumbs up from her, I'm not coming.
That's
I'm not walking. And then nobody.
Cause I sure told my dad I would walk back up. He said, "No, you're not."
Yes, you will.
Good some shit. The hell I am.
You and Mason want that ass back.
He'll turn around because this train is long.
I'll be right here.
One thing I will say about the wedding, that people kept being like, why didn't you move the veil once she got to the altar? Why didn't her dad and brother sit the fuck down?
They stood the whole time.
They stood up there the whole fucking
And
time.
there were 2 chairs.
I'm like, bro, why didn't y'all fucking sit down? Y'all right
They
there.
didn't need to. They said, nah, we gonna stay right here front center.
Hey,
Because you
man.
know Mason just following dad.
Yeah.
We don't know no.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna cap though. Her little brother crying really fucking got me. I was like, bro, what fucking cry, bro?
Precious.
Because nobody explained to him what giving me away meant.
Bro, she not going nowhere.
Nobody explained it to him. That's why he was crying.
Oh.
He thought that sister was going away forever.
Yes.
He thought sister.
That is what he thought it meant.
He thought sister was going away forever.
Lord,
And nobody
bless his-
explained it to him.
Bless his heart.
I was like, why would y'all do that to him?
Why not explain it to his face?
And so I'm
And dad was like, I didn't think about it.
and so literally, that's why I was like, bro, I promise I'm gonna take care of your sister. I was like, I promise she'll still come see you. Like I'm like,
You made it worse.
as I'm like sitting there, I'm trying to explain it to him. I'm like, bro, she'll still be around. She's still gonna come.
Thought you
He was
gonna
like,
kill her.
I'm gonna take good care of her, but she will still be there for you, bro. I
They
promise.
did
Like
not
I tried my
explain
best
it
because
to
I could
him.
see it in his face. I was like, bro, please.
Good, chill out.
Because we practiced it that day before.
And no one still explained it to him.
Nobody explained that
No one
shit.
explained it to him at the
Nobody
either.
explained that shit.
Nobody
So-
explained it to him.
That's on y'all.
No, that's
Y'all should've-
on his daddy.
Yes, that is on his
That's
father.
his
They should have
daddy.
explained it to him.
Should have explained that shit.
That is on our daddy.
Nah, you can say his dad. That's on his dad.
That's how me and my sisters do with my mom. Like if she do something, guess what your mama did?
I do it
Oh,
all
I
the
do
time.
that. I do that to my siblings all the time.
My dad don't like you. Like, what you gonna say your dad?
Cause
Your dad
I'm
can
upset.
talk to you.
Cause
Like,
when you act up,
Right.
that's your dad, your mama.
whether he acting up or not, your mama call you.
Facts.
Like, why you do that to me? Is that not your dad? Is she not your child too? Okay.
Right.
then. She say same to me. It's what we do.
Before we move on to the next section, and before we get way too far, I feel like we've gone so
Because
far.
y'all just giving out again deleted scene, deleted
Nah,
scene,
this is all staying in.
backstory.
Outside of what you asked me to move, all to staying in.
Backstory.
But studio audience, what has something that she has done that has impressed you?
I can think of one of
Just give me. You ain't gotta give me like 50 minutes. I mean, if you want to, you can.
Let's see, the first one that comes to mind was when we went to Helen with my family.
Explain this. Speak for the camera. Speak for the
When we went to Helen, we went tubing.
Okay.
We were supposed to be there for like, what, 2 hours?
It was like an hour long.
Hour, 2 hours.
Supposed to be an hour long ride.
But the tides were low, so it was very rocky.
You could see the fucking bottom.
But, well, at first you could see the bottom, but then it got to a point where it got deeper, but you didn't know. So with this little girl, I thought she was struggling on the tube, but we found out later she was just playing around. So I tried to reach out for her on my tube. I ended up falling in the water.
Oh no!
Oh
And
goodness!
You know how Birdie is with swimming and whatnot. So even though, despite that, she jumped in, tried to save me, but she ended up struggling herself.
Oh damn!
And so that stuck out to me because she tried to overcome her fear, at least for a little bit, to help me out. And
shit, overcoming that damn thing. I didn't think.
I mean, but still, she did. And I never expected anybody to do that for me.
I love that for you.
Another one is I had bad driving anxiety, so I couldn't drive on the highway for shit for a while. But she taught me how to drive on the highway, and it took many months, but
It didn't take that long. It was like 30.
still, it took.
Y'all
me a
know the
while.
highway is scary though. Like,
Especially in
Atlanta. The fuck?
You
Yeah.
seem
We're still working on it.
You seem to have a very negative effect to him trying to shower you with feeling. Why is that?
She's
Because I
like,
don't take compliments.
yeah.
Hold on here. We want to break that down. We want to break down
No,
those
we don't have to
things.
break it down.
Why is it that you can't accept when someone is giving you compliments?
We're not gonna talk about it. I'm still talking about it in therapy. Thank you.
This is a safe space.
It's not.
It is.
I don't think it is.
It's very much a safe space.
I
No.
would say another one was for my birthday last year.
Okay.
That's the other one I thought you. That's what I thought you were gonna say. That one in the Helen was the two I thought you would have said.
So, we were going to the cabin and everything, and she surprised me with the virtual, what was it, Beyond the Lens, the trampoline park, a photo album of some in video game pictures I took, a life
That's a lot
size.
of fucking work.
It was a lot of work because she got some.
I had to sneakily.
Yeah,
find
she
your
did some
fucking work.
recon to get that. She got like a life-size picture of one of the video games I played. She really put a lot of effort into it, and I never expected anybody to do that for me.
So just ignore the whole ass candlelit dinner I cooked by myself. All
You
right,
did the
bet.
I was getting there.
No, you ain't saying you ignore me.
I was getting there, the candlelit dinner. She was making sure the whole experience was
Ethan
memorable.
started watching his favorite show.
Oh.
We watched his favorite show over the candlelit dinner.
BoJack Horseman.
Wow. I love that for you.
And what else? When I was working on my license, she was being very supportive of me of getting it, and I was able to get it the first time.
Okay.
And that's very little stuff right there, just being supportive.
All right, now we're gonna.
But yeah,
So you told me some things that he's done, that our studio audience has done that impressed you.
I don't have enough time.
Well, then give us like your top 3.
Same trip for his birthday last year. It was his birthday / 3-month trip.
Oh.
He surprised me with a horse-drawn carriage ride.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was good till it wasn't, until it started fucking raining and the lady held us hostage.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, she's like, oh, we're gonna take pictures. Bitch, it's raining. No, it's fine. This is a white lady.
Of course.
That's also the trip he gave me a necklace that I wore every single day until it broke last week.
Dang.
Oh, the
Yeah.
interlocking one.
One of the babies pulled and broke it.
I'm glad you said you wore it every day until it broke, because I showed up about to be like, where's that?
It broke!
It's so pretty. That's nice.
And also for my birthday this year.
Okay.
That was very impressive. Arranging not only a family dinner,
Right.
like going around my back all together, communicating with my family.
And then sometimes you gotta do that.
Arranging with my family for dinner,
Right.
and then turning around the next day and getting all my friends together, far and wide, together for a little nice friend activity. All my friends together.
Yeah.
I was literally genuinely surprised. I did not expect to see y'all there. I was like, how the fuck he find y'all? Like, how did he find y'all? Like, how did he get in contact with y'all?
Don't worry about all that.
Like, he even tried to get in contact with Sonny and ever down to Savannah. I'm like, how the fuck?
Don't worry about all
Of
that.
course. So I was very surprised. I was very impressed with that. I was genuinely impressed. Like, trying to figure out, like, the fact that he'd been planning it for months.
Yep.
Had to get in contact with my friends to get in contact with y'all.
Yep.
I was like, this took a lot of work, and I would say it's very impressive. I was thoroughly shocked. I was like, my friends are healed. So yeah, that was what has impressed me, from what I can think of. There's always like, of course, there's little things here and there. But,
Right.
What's your third
What?
he surprised me with to go see Hamilton for Valentine's Day.
That might be nice.
It was nice.
We
Yes.
did.
It was great.
We did Hamilton at a karaoke night recently. That
Yeah,
shit was
I love
fun. We did
Yeah, it
Alexander
was.
Hamilton, and it was so funny. And I'm gonna say this on the podcast. Hopefully, none of my family, because they're gonna be like, "That was dangerous." But after we got off stage, there was this lady who showed us. She had a Hamilton tattoo. Just said, "Wait for it."
That's hilarious. I love that.
But she was like, "None of my other friends know what that means, but like, you know."
That's-
So then she asked us what we wanted to drink, and she bought us both drinks.
I love that for y'all.
Yeah.
It was great.
That's great.
I mean, I watched to say that it was dangerous, but I also watched the guy like,
Yeah, really.
because it was, when I tell you that bar was the most like Hollywood stereotypical bar,
Literally.
was the most stereotypical Hollywood bar. Like the only thing that would have made it different is that instead of the bar being where it was, having it be like in the other room next to the stage.
Yeah.
Like, that would've made it
very
just be-
stereotypical. If you think of a bar that's in a movie, that maybe the protagonist and the antagonist meet up and they don't know that that's the person that they're trying to catch or whatever, that's the type of bar we were in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it was a mess. Wait, when you grew up making Billy's,
She didn't grow up in Macon.
I was since I was like 8.
But I don't know if you know Billy's though.
Fuck no, I know Billy.
you know
Yeah.
where Zebulon Road is?
Yeah, I know.
Not Zebulon,
Forest Hill.
Forest Hill.
Possibly.
It's over there by Forest Hill.
Which side is that?
That's
Over
near
where
North.
Tommy
Tommy.
Hill is.
I said what side Major is that?
That's like north.
Okay.
Close to Riverside.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
it's actually,
gotcha.
yeah, it's actually like, if you continue to go up that road until it literally gets to where you can only take a left or right, take that right and go all the way out, you'll get to the shop at River Crossing.
Oh, you talking about over there?
Yeah, it's up there.
It's
Yeah,
close
yeah.
to it, like where that Cracker Barrel is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
okay.
probably like-
Yeah.
It's probably like 2 major streets over from the Cracker Barrel.
Okay. Yeah. Cause I grew up. Yeah. Cause that's my area. Right on Riverside.
Yeah, that's where it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's where it's near.
Gotcha.
Jeez, now I gotta think. Before we move on, I gotta think of something everybody else has shared.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
has-
your turn.
Miss you. That's
I gotta
you.
think of something.
Yeah, I think so.
I think one of those moments was my wrestling debut.
Mm-hmm.
And I know she had done stuff before then, but like the one that always stand out to me because she'll say it herself. She ain't a wrestling fan. She don't know wrestling.
Mm.
She don't know the people in wrestling. She knows like John Cena, but that's everybody knows John Cena.
John Cena.
But like, just having her there at my debut, and the fact that she didn't try, and for any show that she's come to, she doesn't try to short it, or she doesn't try to be like, oh, well, I was here long enough to see your part, I'm gonna leave now. Like, she stays for the entire show. She supports. She's slowly starting to learn some of the guys that I wrestle with, slowly. But that's one of the things that's always my first go-to, that she supports me. And recently, after it came out to my parents, after I told my parents that I do wrestle, she was ready to square up with them for not wanting to support, and not wanting to give support. She was wanting to square up, and I'm just like, it's fine. I was like, to be honest, for them to have not given the reaction that I was expecting is already leaps and bounds better than what I was hoping for. Because I was immediately hoping for like negativity. Why would you do something like that? Negativity. But instead it was just like, oh, okay. I mean, if that's what you want to do, all right.
Because my whole thing was, it took so much courage for him to come out and say it.
Oh, dude, because I was terrified of telling them.
It's like, why wouldn't you try to make the effort to see what it's all about? Like, you, and especially like them knowing me, like, I don't know half the shit. I don't understand. I'd be like, okay. And I'm trying to watch it, like, but why he look like that?
That's literally her like number one question.
Why his pants look 12 sizes too small? Why are they doing that?
Yeah, that's
Valid.
Because I don't understand anything that's going on.
But you're there in support, and that's what matters.
Yeah, because I was ready to fuck up as parents. Like, I was ready to call and be like, look, listen here. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but what the fuck?
Bro, and it was the fact that she didn't even send me a warning text that my mom had showed up. She didn't send me a warning text. So I get out there, I get in the ring, and I look over at Gabby. And then I just happen to look over, and I'm like, oh, it's my loving wife next to her. Oh shit, that's my mom. Like,
and he stops like mid-sentence and just...
Anyway, like I might pull up the video for you guys afterward, but like literally, just when I see her, it's just like, and I always, anyway, like I was like, oh, like it, because it was also when mom knew that I saw her, it was that face that she gave me, that like, hey, I'm here, like that I'm here to support face, that like I might not get it, but I'm here to support. It was that face that she gave me. And I was just like, I have to stay in character, woman! How dare you!
Keep it together.
Like, had Gabby told me ahead of time, that wouldn't have happened. But it's fine. Especially now if I don't know that she's going to be there. But that was the first one. I think before that was when we went to Jacksonville. The very first time.
I was about to say, which
The very first time. And I don't know what it was about just going and being a part of that trip. It's just something about it, just and the way that she handled just the planning of it, and us going to do stuff, and us being on the beach together. Something about it, it really impressed me, and it made me go, damn, I might need to keep this one.
You might need to keep it.
I might need to keep this one. Oh yeah. And it's the fact that we also took that trip for my birthday.
What?
That was the trip for my birthday, even though it wasn't on my actual birthday. It was like 2 weeks later. But like,
I love your birthday trip.
it was that, and that's really, I got like my one of two things. Either I go to Jacksonville or we go up to Jeju for my birthday. This is my only two things I
You need to
can.
go back up there so I can get screwed.
Sure, lit.
Lord have mercy. You ain't about it. You ain't gonna go up there.
I've been to
She's
Jeju.
been there.
You been to Jeju?
Yeah, he took me to Jeju.
Yeah, my mother been to Jeju and didn't say shit to us. But both of y'all.
Y'all did too. Any more questions? Yeah. Fuck y'all.
Because you wanna know something? The very first time we went, it was a couple's trip. And we were just, we was go to have fun for ourselves. It was also my birthday weekend, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The second time was also my birthday weekend because we tried to make it a yearly thing. But we are not above going. If y'all want to go, that'll be something. That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind it. I enjoy it. I love it. Then we get done and we go across the street over there to that bakery.
Oh my God.
That is by far the best combination. You spend all day in Jeju, then you leave and you go over there to that bakery across the street and you get you some nice, warm.
We always spend at least $30, $40 when we go in that damn bakery.
And it's have y'all been over there? Did y'all go
I
over
don't know
there?
what you're talking
It's
about.
all
There's
fun. I think it's called Alice's.
It is so great. And like you can like sit down in there and eat it. And like they did they did some kind of like ice cream cone thing that they had
It's
last year.
shaped ice.
Yes. It was so good. And it had like toffee in it. We made the mistake the very first time we went up there. We was trying to drive back the same night. We made that mistake. We never did that ever again. We got a hotel. We said, fuck that. And I still can't believe they tried to give Jeju a fucking bad rep because they found a dead body in a car in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah, no, they ain't got nothing to do with it.
But exactly, it turned out that had nothing to do with them. It was across the street, and they just left the car there. That's all that was.
That's it. Ain't nothing JJ can do about that. Something up.
Overall, I agree. It's about the effort.
Oh yeah.
Showing up.
Well, this first section will be long as hell.
As a motherfucker.
But that's cool. We're gonna go into our next section. We're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna steamroll through. Would you rather of the week. This week, would you rather is kind of superhero related, but kind of not at the same time. It kind of isn't. Would you rather have the ability to see through physical barriers, meaning like walls, bricks, trees, anything that's like a physical barrier that's blocking you from seeing something else? You can see through it, or have perfect recall of everything that you read. So literally, if you read it, you can perfectly recall it. It doesn't matter how long it's been. It doesn't matter how in-depth you need it to be. If you've read it, you know exactly what it is. Excuse me, boy.
Neither one calling out to me.
That's trying to. While she's deciding, what about you, studio audience?
Both could be useful. Recall, you could, if you need to recall some information that could be used in the present, that would be useful. If you could see through any barrier, if you want to rob a bank or something,
You can see inside, don't leave no place.
Well, you could see what the security system's like.
And you could also see like what the locking system is like for the vault itself.
Don't think you can get in.
If you can see inside the locking mechanism, you can draw it out and be like, okay.
But what if you're not smart?
Huh?
What if you're not smart enough to break it through?
Well, if I can see through, then clearly I have some type of knowledge.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
There could be a dumb superhero.
I mean, there are plenty of dumb superheroes. Have you not seen Superman?
Well, Superman's pretty smart.
Superman is a country boy. Stop it. He is a country boy with a journalism certification. He don't even have a degree.
He's smarter than people give him credit for. But anyways, let's say if you have social anxiety, right, and you want to go to an event, you can see it, like the amount of people are there. If there's too many people,
Walk up to a building just like, ooh, hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, way too many people. Way too many people.
I'm out.
Just like, oh, there's 27 people in there. Oh yeah, that's too many people. I'm going home. Hey man, I'm not feeling good. I'm going home, bro. Sorry. I mean,
choices?
Huh?
What were the choices?
To be able to see through any, and it's shaded to be able to see through any physical object, or be able to have what is essentially photographic memory. So anything that you read, you can recall it with perfect accuracy.
Photographic memory, because sometimes I can't remember shit. I could be like Spencer Reed for Criminal Minds.
Oh, you know that's fair. I want to be able to see through things, so that way, you know what? I could be the perfect crime fighting hero, or at least the perfect like detective. I can help them find like dead bodies and shit.
True.
Just like, oh my god, they buried. Just like, oh my god, we think that they buried this person here. All right, hold on, let me scan. I see a bone over there. I don't know if that's a human bone or a dog bone or something, but I see a bone right over here. About 5 feet. Yep. Take it a little bit to your left. Yeah, right
Well,
there.
that's just making you like a bone detector. That's not helping them solve the case.
Not necessarily just a bone detector, but like I'm saying, you know, because sometimes the bodies don't decompose and all they have are bones.
But if you just see, I see bones.
But if like I'm looking through, like let's say I'm looking through the ground and I can see things.
I know, but like that would, I feel like, okay, yeah, in cases like John Wayne Gacy, where he hid them folks in his house.
Oh yeah, they just look down and be like, hold on, let me.
Oh, this motherfucker got 15 bodies up in this bitch.
Like, there's some under the floor here.
Just like look through the like be standing in front of the house, just like hold on, let me. Nothing
But like
that I see.
you can, like if you're just strolling along and you look through a building, you see a dead body. That doesn't help anything to solve the case, though.
Right. You just see a body. Who body?
Man, especially let's say you're walking and you see an abandoned building, you just happen to look through. You're like, I wonder if there's anything of note in here. Oh shit, there's a dead body.
Exactly. Then what you want?
Right.
Yeah.
That's
hey,
calling
Then they're like, oh, this is an abandoned building. How did you know there was a dead body in there?
I have the ability to see through things. Okay.
I don't know how that's gonna sound to the police.
Like I can see through things. I just happen to come by this abandoned building.
Yeah, sure. Take them.
Take him in.
Fine. Or let's say I just so happen to be walking past this abandoned building. It smells like fucking death in here. Okay. I know what the smell of a dead body.
Past an abandoned building.
It's the hood. Do you know how many?
Why are you walking through the hood?
I'm a nigga. What are you talking about?
That means shit in the fucking air. What
You
the
be
fuck
smart, nigga.
Come
Not-
in the hood. You have a car.
And
We have technology.
you know how many
Drive.
hoods I had to walk through in Valdosta
No.
with a car?
No. I don't.
If you are walking with the car, are you like having it on a leash or something?
I never know peace. I just don't know peace. Never.
You the one say you walking with a car.
What's the range on the X-ray vision?
Cause like how close you gotta be to look through it.
Or how far can you see?
You gotta like stick your face on it.
I'm gonna say
Can you see the Earth's core?
I'm gonna say as far as your own range of vision is, but similar to like how it is, where like the further things away, the harder it is to see. Same thing. So let's say I want it to look right here, all the way out to look outside or whatever. I can see through the walls and everything all the way to outside, but once it gets past a certain point, everything's just gonna be kind of fuzzy to me.
So you're nearsighted and you can still see through.
Yeah. Or like if you're farsighted, okay, cool, you can see things and everything further down is like really in view, but things that are closer up are kind of. I'm nearsighted. I don't know. I'm nearsighted. Get the contacts.
I can't see it all.
Alright.
Could you amplify it with like something like a telescope?
Yes. Yes, you can amplify it with something like a telescope just because it's essentially at that point becoming an extension of your range of vision. If that makes sense.
Yes.
So that's fair. I think so. We got one studio audience say recall everything, the other one X-ray vision.
I was gonna say recall.
Okay, so both say recall. X-ray vision or recall? Recall? Really?
I'm using it. I'm gonna find a way to make money with it.
Hell yeah.
You know what? That's fair.
Thank you.
But how would you use it to make money?
By tricking people into thinking I'm the smartest person. Like, oh, I have this perfect memory. I can recall anything. Like, you be seeing TV shows, episodes, like, oh, this child can recall anything. They got a whole bunch of numbers on the board. And you recall all those numbers.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I forgot the secret formula. I didn't.
Krabby Patty secret formula.
I know it. Like, I know the launch codes.
Making buku money.
I can recall anything. Like, oh, where are my keys?
Oh, stop.
Lord have mercy. Then I'm of a one man.
Yeah.
I would choose the extra edition.
I'm not using it for green.
Following that, we'll go to our next section because we're gonna blow through this episode. Last episode we got sidetracked and sidewinded. We got three more sections. There's section 3, which is our anime discussion of the week. What non-weapon item do you think would work better as a anime weapon? So like a specialty weapon, but it's not like a weapon in everyday life.
The Death Note.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Because all these people be announcing their names before they get into a battle.
Besides the Death Note.
Sorry.
We knew she was gonna say that shit.
Besides the Death Note.
I got one because I thought about this one, and I think that it doesn't get utilized enough in anime, or at least in my opinion, it doesn't. The yo-yo. And my reason for saying that is because there's a character in Yu Yu Hakusho named Rinku. He gets introduced during the Dark Tournament arc. And when I tell you that shit is great, I love it. Being able to use yo-yos. And I mean, Buddy has like 4 or 5 yo-yos at a time, and he's just like, whoosh, and he like ties up Kuwabara and just like throws him up, like slams him back down. I was like, that was fucking fire. And imagine like he's able to put like spirit energy into the yo-yos and just like, whoosh, and like hit people with the yo-yos, and it just hits them with spirit energy. That's cool. I think being able to use a yo-yo would be awesome. Or, and I know this is not an anime character, there's actually a DC character that uses this, but I'm gonna go Gambit. The Gambit route. Freaking playing card. Freaking.
Well,
You know how awesome that would be? Be able to freaking.
yeah, he can use cards. He could really supercharge anything. So.
I know, but like his
main
his weapon of choice is, I know why you're laughing, but use the card. I know why you're laughing. I
the
know.
cards and the baton.
Yeah, or the baton. Nobody cares about the baton. Everybody talks about the fucking.
What do you mean about your baton?
Like the baton, yes, is a part of his thing, but like most people when they think of Gambit, they think of the cards because that was also part of like his whole thing of like how he kept getting into trouble with like gambling and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So there's fucking, and imagine just being out somewhere and you're just like shoot out like 6 cards at once. That'd be fucking cool. And then you could like use them to like for defense and offense. You just take the whole deck and just like fan it up as somebody's coming in to like slice a sword, and it just stops in the card. That's awesome. I think that would be a good weapon.
I like that.
Either like the yo-yo or playing cards, especially if you could use them in ways that we've seen in anime, comic books, and things of that nature. Do you have any items that you think would?
I wonder why do you think I was laughing?
I
know why you're laughing. Why do you think I was laughing?
I can't say it because of there are implications to greater things that have not been seen by people in the room and also who might watch this.
I mean, not necessarily, because the fact that I'm laughing is a thing people know. Apparently, yes.
Depending on how deep down the thing of Twitter or TikTok, because that's actually kind of how that things happen, and TikTok is not a forgiving place, and It's just things happen. Just, you know, it sucks. It sucks.
It was just funny to me. I was dying. That shit really had me like bit.
Oh, his accent.
Huh?
Are you talking about his accent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, we're all on one. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was the accent that like sent me. That's why I was laughing because I remembered the accent.
It popped up on my fucking For You page, and when I realized what they were talking about, I went,
Bro, it don't give up. Nothing on TikTok prepares you for that shit. I promise you it don't.
But I was still just so upset because I was just like, oh, you rat bastard.
I know, but I promise you, it don't matter what you've seen. I've seen them on TikTok. It does not prepare you for it.
Okay.
It does not prepare you for the movie.
Okay, I'm at least glad to hear that. But
That accent was eating me up in the movie. I was dying. I said, yo, what? Because I had never heard of Gambit in my fucking life.
Really?
So when that fucker appeared, like, what the hell's going on right now?
So you never watched X-Men?
No.
You know what? That's fair. That's not.
I don't
that's
know.
fair.
I don't know anything about superheroes. I don't like superhero movies.
Okay, you know what? Again, that's fair. That's
So,
I can't even.
seeing this fucker come out with cards and shit, I'm like, what the f-? And he starts talking. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is he saying to me right now?
This nigga is as Creole gets.
I didn't know that. I heard that nigga talking. I'm like, is he Spanish? Is he speaking like French? The fuck is going on? At one point, he sounded like Italian.
I would say the.
Hopefully, we're gonna go see it soon.
Please go see it and let me know what y'all opinions are of it. Cause
If I didn't have to pay for so much with barbering, we would have already gone to see it.
dude, we decided this a long time ago. This movie specifically, we went to Epic. That fancy theater downtown with the recliner seats and then servers coming to your table and shit.
That must have been nice.
I've been there before.
We specifically, we said we're gonna save Epic specifically for Deadpool. And we went.
Teresa used to live in Atlanta.
Who?
Teresa.
I mean, it was an experience. We didn't do the full experience, but it was an experience that I thought was pretty nice.
It was.
I just had the loudest chair in fucking existence.
You did.
But back to the question at hand. Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. Crayon. Think Harold and the Purple Crayon. Or Chalk Zone.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's exactly where my mind went when you said that. Was like, okay, it allows you to draw things and it manifests after you draw it.
I don't even want it to fully manifest. I want whatever I draw, keep it exactly how I drew it, but still give it the characteristics. Like if I draw a fucking badly drawn sword, I want the badly drawn sword, but it still has all the great characteristics of a really good sword.
That's great.
Like this shit look.
I was also thinking of like pins too, cause like on almost every school anime there is, somebody fucking yeets a pin, and it damn near blows a hole through the fucking wall.
Yeah. I'm making my own goddamn one with crayon.
That's
Ooh,
fair.
different crayons, different abilities.
Host, would that be considered reality manipulation?
Cool.
I mean, technically yes, but at the same time, because of how it would be used, it would still be considered a weapon. Just a weapon that can warp reality or manipulate reality to create whatever it is that's drawn.
I just want my crayon and I drew a badly drawn lion.
I'm gonna draw it through the ball.
And I'm gonna give him a pencil.
Why would you want to destroy the world in such a manner?
Who said I was a hero?
Right.
No, you can't say that because you got on his ass the other episode when he talked about fighting, and I'm still gonna beat your ass for that one of these days. Fighting Deku's mom.
Okay, yeah, get on his ass about fighting Deku's mom. That ain't got shit to do with me.
I'm still gonna beat your ass for that one day.
Listen, if
Something else that I'm gonna beat his ass about
What's up?
is how he fucking patronized me playing Elden Ring.
That you talked about last episode.
no, it was a break. It was a
Oh.
mid break.
No, because I play Elden Ring, and I'll admit I had some issues, and I had some issue getting to a specific boss that I wanted to fight. The fucking Dragon Lord Placenta Sax. God, I hate that name. It's hard to say. He's a fun boss. He was a fun boss. He was a hard boss, but it was fun. I fought him probably 3 times, and then about 3 or 4 times in a row where I died. This motherfucker had the nerve, and my wife was in the background when it happened, so she heard my reaction. I'm playing. I'm thinking we're going good. I'm making good progress. I die. I fucking die. He's watching me play, by the way. He goes, "All right, so what did we learn?"
Look at that.
I could have fucking jumped through the phone when he said that shit to me. Because don't you fucking patronize me, talk about what did we learn?
No one can stop you.
I'm finna learn my foot up your ass, is what I'm finna do. Because how dare you? How dare you do that to me?
It was more like, so, what did we learn?
And that's exactly how he said it too.
I know he did. I believe it. I 100% believe it.
I'm getting pissed off.
And y'all be getting on me. I be saying shit about it.
I'm getting pissed off just thinking about it again. Ooh.
I'm just sitting in the back,
She just sitting up there with her fucking blanket, just hand stitching her, hand crocheting away. And she hears me start going, "Man, don't you ever, bro, I will beat you." What happened? He just patronized me talking about some, so what did we learn? How? Ooh.
I have no control over anything.
I will ban you from being in the studio audience. I'll find somebody else to be a part of the studio audience.
I was just crocheting.
I was just
Thought it was funny.
I was sleeping. I didn't know anything of the sort. I do not apologize on his behalf.
Thank you.
He does not speak for the relationship.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, now that I've gotten that off my chest and feel a little bit better. Actually, my loving wife, what anime weapon or what non-magical, non-weapon thing do you think would make a good anime weapon?
A pen or an eraser, because they be chucking the fuck out of them things.
Okay, eraser. That would a teacher-based like anime hero that like their whole fighting style is just erasers. They just flick erasers.
Just school supplies in general.
Oh,
kind of like what is it? That assassin one.
Assassination Classroom.
Yes, that one. Where they were trying to use just about every damn thing to kill him.
Yeah.
I might watch that because that sounds kind of funny.
It's a good anime.
It always sounded funny to me.
It's a really good one.
Okay.
I will admit there are some moments that are a little pervy because Kuroko Sensei gets he gets a little tentacly with some of the other.
I figured as much.
He gets a little tentacly with some of the other.
There's at least one pervy character every year.
Yeah, but that one's a good one.
You know that he's actually not the worst pervy character in
Of course not.
anime. We might talk about that one day.
We'll get to that. Episode 69. We'll get to it.
But yeah.
Yeah, that, what else? What have I seen other characters use? I'm like, why don't you just use that? Oh, frying pans.
You know, that would actually be pretty cool of a fucking...
Because I know a lot of times we see them use it like as the comical whatever for that moment. But no, you get a good heavy cast iron skillet.
Yeah,
that motherfucker give you some trauma right there.
Like one of them 15-pound ones. Yeah. Then let's get a character that can actually throw that bitch too.
Like a boomerang.
Like you doing some damage with that.
Okay.
It has to be a Grady character though.
Yes.
It has to be a Grady.
Or like an auntie.
And then she goes back to the kitchen and cooks something.
Yep.
Oh yeah, of course.
A nice southern auntie or grandma makes some cornbread in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catherine.
So we got Yo-Yo's, cards, crayon, frying pan, other studio audience member. Even though I shouldn't allow you, you should still be muted. You should still be muted.
All right, hear me out. Hear me out. So you know Mortal Kombat, right?
Yes.
You know Havoc.
No.
The Storm Lady, right?
No, Havoc's a guy.
No. Right. Look that up.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to, because I actually do not remember.
Not in the slightest.
He has a unique fighting style.
Great.
Oh,
Oh.
this motherfucker.
He
Yeah.
wasn't boring. Ew.
I love how one of the first things that popped up is, who is Havoc from Reddit?
So basically using your own body parts. So just like
I'm gonna hit you with the wet end.
Ew. I mean, you don't see that a lot, you know. There is an anime where he kind of does. The guy that I was telling you about, or the show I was telling you about, Undead Unluck.
yes. Yeah.
He kind of uses body parts, but he doesn't do it in the sense of like take it off, use it as a melee weapon, put it back on. Because remember, he could grow his back.
True.
So typically, what he does is he'll like break off the end of his finger or whatever, and he'll like shoot it off as like bullets.
Nice.
Because like his gut, like his finger can regrow instantaneously, basically. So he basically like breaks off the end and then have it grow back and like shoot bullets. It's actually pretty cool.
I like that.
I think you'd like Undead Unluck. I think.
The other one I was thinking of was Pencil or something like Bullseye from Daredevil. Like he can just use anything.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Fair enough.
Have the ability to use everything. You know what I also think would be a good one?
Which one?
Freaking darts.
Mm.
Like you're playing freaking darts. They just have a bunch of those and just throw them bitches. And imagine you could change the size of them.
Ooh.
So you just throw it and then it just grows.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a needle the size of a freaking couch headed towards you at Mach 5. Oh yeah, because the speed is going to be comparable. So you throw that bitch hard enough.
Wasn't that the quirk of some of the ninjas that were fighting Todoroki?
I don't know if it was they could make anything bigger or smaller, or if it was just specific items.
Okay.
But yeah, that was kind of their whole thing, was being able to make items grow, because I think they had like bolts and nuts and stuff. Like they throw them up and then like on the side of a freaking house.
Was that Poltergeist quirk? Was that similar to her quirk? Like she could. Because remember.
God, she's so useless now in the grand scheme of things. I don't remember. They used her for plot relevance, and that's it.
Yeah.
I really don't remember. And I know, and you know, it's sad that I say that because I know that she's somebody's favorite character.
Everybody's somebody's favorite character.
Exactly.
Which is a shame.
That's why I'm kind of afraid for when the fan artists start getting a hold of our podcast.
I'm not.
I'm terrified. I don't know what they're going to be drawing. I'm scared.
Or writing,
Or writing, same. Look, I've mentioned it before.
Fear the creativity.
I'm not going to spear or stifle it, but what I'm saying is I'm afraid because I know that unchecked creativity is a chaotic thing.
True.
Exactly. Don't sit here. You know what? I'm not going to speak it into
I
existence.
encourage creativity.
I'm not going to speak it into existence
I
because
enable
when they start drawing and writing stuff that make you go,
Yeah, it's close.
exactly, then I don't want to hear it. All right. Well, before we get into our last episode, and I meant to bring this up, or before we get into our last section of the episode, Jesus Christ, I can't say that. I wanted to bring something up that I should have brought up last week because it was relevant last week, but I still feel like it's relevant because I'm still seeing things on TikTok about it. Y'all gonna learn to leave Simone Biles and her husband alone. And I mean that because that is the subject of our new section called Shit for a Shot. It's basically tit for tat where I give you some shit and afterwards I take a shot. And this week's shit comes in the form of Simone Biles and her husband, who, I'm not helping the argument because I actually don't recall his name straight off the top of my head.
Jonathan Owen.
I think it is Jonathan. Jonathan Owen. He's a safety with what team is he? With the Bears. Oh, that's why I don't remember him. He's with the Bears.
Oh, you just make the Bears mad.
All 5 Bears fans. Oh no.
What city is the Bears?
Chicago.
Oh, Chicago. You don't piss off the Chicagoans?
I'm pretty sure it's the Chicago Bears.
Oh
no, they're bad. They're a bad team. Even the Bears fans know that the Bears are a bad team.
That's
They're like they're like one of the lowest ranked teams in the NFL. They have been for several years now.
It can't not.
And I'm not saying that to say on any person's particular ability to play. Just they got some hard. They got some hard. Yeah, exactly. They're just an overall bad team. They got some hard opponents to play against. It is what it is. But back to why I was saying, Simone Biles, y'all go stop messing with her and her husband. As y'all know, the Olympics are happening. Simone Biles being the greatest of all time. Are they still going on? I know the Paralympics start on like the last weekend of August.
I thought they already started.
The Paralympics?
Yeah, because their TikTok page is going crazy.
Oh, ooh, I feel bad now then.
Shame.
I thought I could. No, and the only reason I said that is because I know that the Paralympics. I saw a
no, they haven't
commercial.
started yet.
Huh?
They haven't started yet.
Okay, because I was like, I know the Paralympics. I saw a commercial. When did they start?
28th.
Okay, so I was close.
By the time when this comes out,
This will come out on the
15th.
This will come out on the 15th.
Yes, the Olympics are over.
So we'll still be early by like 2 weeks almost.
Yeah.
But
the Olympics, the regular Olympic games are over.
They are over.
By the 15th, yes.
Okay, well by the 15th they will have been over. But before we, Simone Biles, greatest of all time, greatest to ever be a gymnast for Team USA, point blank period. They lost their minds when she chose her own mental health over this raggedy ass country. And you know what? I don't get it. I would have did the same fucking thing. But a picture surfaced after she won gold in the overall gymnast competition of her standing next to her husband, and her husband was wearing the gold medal. Now this would have been fine, but the miserable motherfuckers
Of course.
got a hold of that picture. And that was this one in particular. And I really feel like she became that one person of like, damn, everybody else was doing it, why the fuck was I the one to get called out? Because you just happened to be the one that crossed her feed when she was on TikTok.
You
That's
said
why.
the right words.
Exactly. Literally the video starts with like, take her medal off. How dare you? You didn't compete. You're wearing it like you're the one that flipped 36 times in the air. Mr. Simone Biles, when I saw you in the stands right now, you had your little notebook, you were taking notes or taking score or whatever. I thought it was cute. I was going to give it a pass, blah, 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 blah. Simone Biles herself commented on that post and said, hey, so actually I put the medal on him. Like I did with all of my family members. Let's not make assumptions. Stop being fucking miserable. Y'all are weird. That's an approximation of the quote that she said.
You're paraphrasing.
Yes. And the woman who made the original post goes on to say some shit like, oh, well, the greatest of all time told me to shut the fuck up. Oh, well, maybe I am miserable. Maybe I am bitter. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, you are. There's no maybe in that. You are miserable and bitter. And I hope, in fact, there's no hope because I'm gonna fucking edit this shit. So I know for a fact that I'm gonna cut this shit out and I'm gonna put it on social media.
Oh.
I hope the raggedy bitch that had something to say sees this. Because fuck you. How the hell you gonna be on somebody else's nuts about their relationship when you ain't got nobody? You ain't got, all you are is just a bystander. Speaking of somebody else's relationship, go outside and touch grass and figure out how to do your own damn relationship. Go get your own relationship. Please. Because Jonathan Owen, he's better than me. He's better than me because you know what? After I'd have seen that shit, you know what I'd have did? I'd have took a bunch of pictures of just me in the middle. Not even me with my wife. It would have just me sitting there. I look like Flavor Flav. I'd have just sat there. Look, took it off, holding it upside next to me like, the whole nine. Cause like, who the fuck are you to come in and speak on their relationship? Like, cause I'm told that when I win my first wrestling championship, that's gonna be one of the first things I do. I'm coming over there and putting that bitch on her. Like, all the hard work paid off, and this my number one supporter right here. So I'm gonna put the belt on her, so that way people know that my number one supporter right here has been with me from the jump. That she always been supporting me. So same thing like I'm gonna do with my dad. I'm gonna take the belt to my dad and I'll be like, hey bro, look at this. I won a championship.
You'll take it to your granddad, bro. He don't want to tell you.
Huh?
You'll take it to your granddad. He don't tell you the rest of it.
I know. But like that's my thing. Like you raggedy bitches out here always got something to say on somebody else's relationship. Like worry about you yourself. Like I understand it's the internet. Everybody worried about everybody. Blah blah blah. But like God Almighty, Simone Biles herself has said it. Like she said it after he initially was the one that was like, "Oh, I feel like I'm the prize. I feel like I'm the catch." She came out and said it was like, "I'm gonna support my husband. I'm gonna stand by my husband. I'm gonna stand by my mans."
Everybody knows Simone gonna stand by. She gonna stand by hers.
And she's standing 10 toes down for her. And that's the.
And we love that.
And right, I love that for her. I'm one of their supporters. I'm like, hey, fucking do that shit. Cause how the fuck are you out here and I genuinely don't understand that. How are you mad because the husband is supporting his wife? How are you mad at that? Like, how are you mad that he is so happy for her that he actually had something wrote into his contract that way he could miss training to go to Paris to watch her perform live?
Oh, that's so nice.
Like, how y'all mad at that? Like,
people get mad every
and they do, and I hate that.
Any and everything, somebody gonna be mad about it.
Look. That's why I be solid with mine. And look, these folks be out here talking about, bro. Man, I'm trying to find a hose. I'm trying to see what an ass shaking. I ain't worried about all that. I got mine. Look, me and mine's happy.
Right, you gotta do it at home.
And I be telling them, that's why I don't be worried about it. Cause I'm like, hey man, y'all out here worried about ass shaking and shit. I'm finna go home and lay up next to my baby. I'm happy.
We got the ass shaking at home.
Woo, that part.
Like, all right, cool, y'all. Look, they out here shaking ass, good for them. I can go home.
You get it free.
Exactly.
So you say free.
Like, look, y'all trying to shoot y'all shots at these women to maybe get a chance to go home with them. I got me mine. I go home with her anytime I want.
You still shoot.
I can leave work early and be like, babe, can you come home? I just want to lay up next to you. And even if she says no, I know she's coming home eventually.
Yeah.
I know she's coming home eventually.
She's
Like,
gonna do it anyway.
and it always be
Come in the house twerking.
exactly.
There you go, music and all.
And it always be just the no relationship having ass bitches that have the most to say on somebody's relationship. And that's always where my problem, that really is always where my problem lies. There's always the no relationship having ass bitches that want to say some shit. It's like, bitch, how you hating from outside the club? You can't even get in. Like, you ain't even got a relationship and you want to speak on somebody else's shit? Come on, bitch. Come the fuck on. So with that being said, that is the shit for this shot. I'm going to take this shot because that was some shit. God, that was terrible.
I bet. Good shot.
It was cheap rub, and I ate it.
You did it.
Jesus Christ. Put some hair on your chest like some fireballs is what it'll do.
Both of them. Breathe through your nose.
Okay.
Out through your mouth.
That's it. Time for the last section. Go for it. Go for it, please.
Alright. While you're dying over there.
We gotta got hot because of that one shot. Oh, God almighty.
Power. You know, we even kind of had a slight theme of relationships today.
We sure have.
So I'm gonna get on my nice little relationship one. Feel like out here. Sure. This one. Sure. asshole for refusing to take my girlfriend home from a party after she embarrassed herself.
Based on
Yes.
the title, yes.
Yes.
Because what the fuck do you mean?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get into it.
Then how you not understand with your man or with your lady?
A coworker invited me to a housewarming party. He bought a really nice house with a large pool, with a large yard, a pool, and even a waterfall flowing into the pool. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily friends with him, but we're friendly and make small talk when we see each other. We don't really hang out by ourselves. He's a nice guy, but we don't have too many interests. He told me I can bring my girlfriend. At that party, I knew about 3 out of the 40 people there. At the party, my girlfriend began complaining to me about the food options, saying they don't follow her diet, she can't eat them, the host should have gotten better food, the paintings on the walls are tacky, his furniture sucks, and that the music is pretty lame, and a bunch of other ridiculous complaints. We live in Sao Paulo at the moment, but we're from a region in southern Brazil where most people speak Hundrick, which is a type of German. Though it's a bit distinct from standard German, someone from Germany wouldn't understand everything I say. She complained in Hundrick, assuming that everyone at the party only knew Portuguese, but my coworker was near us and he said what I guess is standard German. I'm sorry we don't have any food that fits your dietary restrictions. If you're hungry, there's a store about 400 meters from here. It closes in an hour. I'm sorry you don't appreciate the music collection. Would you like to play something? My girlfriend looked shocked. Her jaw dropped and she just stuttered for a bit. A few people snicker in the back and another guy translates what's happened and she responded back in Portuguese. How do you all know German? I had no idea. And my coworker explains he and 3 other people in this party used to work in Germany and that's how they know each other. My girlfriend pulled me aside and said she's so embarrassed and wants to go home. I told her no, I'm having a good time here. She's begging me to bring her back, saying she's embarrassed and she can't handle this. And I told her she shouldn't talk shit about people and she's getting what she deserved. This broke out into a screaming match. She demanded I give her the car keys and I refused. We stayed at the party for another 2 to 3 hours. She talked to some other girls, but was kind of quiet. On the ride home, we got into another argument where she said I should have taken her side, and I unleashed a lot of my frustration on her, saying she is actually the one causing embarrassment by insulting my coworker. She blamed me for not telling her he speaks German. I told her that wasn't really relevant, and I never thought to bring it up. I honestly didn't know he spoke it that well. He just briefly mentioned living in Germany once at a meeting. So yeah, was I wrong here?
No.
Damn.
No.
Damn. This might be the first one I done changed my.
See, y'all said yes.
We said because the title alone made it seem like he was the asshole.
Yeah.
Because the way embarrassed. Because I'll admit, when you say embarrassed themselves, I don't think of it as they were talking mess and then they got caught. I think of it like something happened, like they spilled something, like they got drunk, threw up on themselves, something like that. So to know the context, 100% not the asshole.
No.
I will also say though, she sounds like somebody I know, but I'm gonna leave it at that.
Like, it's one thing to mention, like, oh, damn, I wish they had more options that so I could eat. But, like,
You
to
talk about
say
everything.
Yeah, to say something about everything from his furniture to the decorations on the wall.
To
No.
music, you insulted this man's entire life.
If you didn't want to come, just say that.
You got invited as a courtesy because the OP didn't know nobody else there.
Right.
Yes.
And you came spoken in a different language. This is hate to say it.
San
Y'all,
Paulo.
yeah,
That
we're
is
in Sao Paulo. Everybody speaking Portuguese. You come speaking German. Sis, a lot of times, folks can tell when you talking shit.
Right.
They can tell when you talking shit. And then the fact that other people knew German there, always assume there's at least one person who can speak your language.
Right.
And the fact that there were a few people there who spoke it and knew exactly what you said, including the owner, yeah, that's your ass. You did that to yourself.
Oh, hold it.
And you can't get mad at him. Like, why do you mention it in German? Why the fuck were you insulting them in German? In their own house.
Right.
And you don't know these people from campaign. You just insulted them.
Just said
Now
all
make
that
you
shit.
sit here in your embarrassment.
Facts.
Now
Oh,
make you
facts.
sit in it.
And the fact that he didn't even mention that she Because I'm sure she didn't, but like didn't even apologize.
Yeah.
Like that's another part of it. Like, bro,
And just instead of stuttering, like, oh, I didn't realize that you spoke German. You didn't realize I spoke German because now you got caught.
right.
So now you just mad. Now you just mad you got caught talking shit. That's what that is. You could be like, oh, you can't even apologize your way out of that.
You really can't.
You done said too much negative shit. You can't apologize your way out of
You
that.
already said enough.
Right. Sit there and be embarrassed for the next 2 to 3 hours while I enjoy the party.
So what are the comments saying? Are they saying asshole or not the asshole?
Everyone collectively agreed he's not the asshole.
That's fair.
Everyone collectively agreed on that.
I love that for him.
Oh,
Oh.
Someone said everyone's the asshole. Well, everyone sucks here. One person said, mostly this is just awkward for everyone else at the party. Having a screaming match at someone else's party is not cool.
Yes.
Everyone sucks here. You should have left out of decency. Nah. People said, why do you get her a cab?
Now,
You know
after
what?
the screaming match, yes, I feel like they should have been.
Like, bitch, you can leave. I'm not gonna leave. You can leave.
Yeah.
You're embarrassed here. I'm embarrassed because you just embarrassed yourself. And the fact that I brought you, now I'm embarrassed. Well, I
Right.
would have loved
Now
now
it
you
makes
got
me
embarrassed.
seem like, yeah.
Like you was my +1 and you done embarrassed the fuck out of me. Like,
Someone said punishing her for making everyone else put up with her isn't fair to them. They didn't make her they didn't make nobody put up with her.
Right.
right.
And no one made like she said she talked to a few other girls like since you could have easily got an Uber and left. If you're an Uber, go home.
So it sounds like not everybody was bothered by her. She was more so just
Right, people
Yeah.
laughed and kept their day going.
yeah.
No one was pressed about it. No, then she got mad because the OP didn't defend her.
Why would I defend
I
you?
would defend you either.
You insulting somebody in their own home.
That to a home I invited you to at that. You're
Right.
a guest.
We are guests.
You're a
here.
guest of a guest.
You are
That's-
guest. You are guest. You are not about this best.
Right. You're a guest of a guest. You're not gonna come in here complaining. Whether it's in a different language or not. Don't come in somebody's house complaining about things. Stuff that's rude.
Like I said,
Where's the
remind me
common
of somebody I
courtesy?
know.
Well,
The common courtesy.
I would say if I was him, I would be more embarrassed than her. Because like you said, he brought her to me.
Oh, dude, I'd be so fucking
yeah.
mad. And I will admit, though, I would leave in the sense, I would leave following that. Because I'm like, you know what? I'm embarrassed. Because I fucking brought her ass here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just, you know what? We're going to call it a night.
Like,
Y'all
you know
have a
what?
great
I'll
one.
see you at work.
I'll see you at work, bro.
Thanks.
My bad. I shouldn't have brought her ass.
I should have brought her. That's all
I just needed somebody else to help me because I don't really know nobody else here.
Right.
But you know what? I'll see you on Monday, bro. Hey.
Yeah, I would call it then.
Look, after that, we probably would have ended up being friends for real. Because they'd be like, bro, that fucking bitch.
That's crazy.
God
But
damn it.
that brings up the argument. Do you call out your significant other in public when they're wrong?
No.
No.
And the only reason I can say this, and I thank my lucky life, I thank the life that I've lived. I'm part of an Alpha Phi Omega, you know this. One thing that I've learned is you stand by your person. Me and my line brother, I stand by her too.
Right.
And I give her my support. But the simple fact of the matter is I'm not going to ever publicly shame her and be like, no, you were fucking wrong. You shouldn't have did that. I'm going to stand by her till we get somewhere where we're away from these people. And I'll be like, hey, look, I stood next to you and I stood by you because we had to be on this one. But as a whole, my guy, you was wrong. Like, you should not have done that. You was in the wrong and you need to go back and apologize. Or something of that nature.
See, stand beside yours in public, but I can only stand beside certain things.
Yeah.
Now, if you were just
I was also
super
agree.
loud and wrong, you know you did wrong on every single front. I'm not standing beside you on that, bro. And I'm sorry. Like, hey, let's just.
You're bringing
I'm not
back
standing
home.
beside you, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull you out and we finna have this shout match in the parking lot. But I'm not gonna shout, and I'm not gonna argue in front of folks. I'm gonna, again, pull you out like, hey, all right, we finna go, and we finna talk like, hey, you know you was wrong back there, like that ain't even cool.
I get it.
I'm not gonna say nothing in public, but I'm sure finna get you right here in the car. I'm finna.
And that's fair.
In this car.
And that's.
And then you go back, and you're like, oh, she didn't do nothing, like, let's not talk to him. He finna come back and apologize like a child, but I talked to him, it's okay.
And we talked about it, which it wasn't until after we came back, but she did talk to me about that whole situation that we talked about before on the podcast about the wedding, her cousin's wedding, and then the night before.
Oh, yeah.
She did later talk to me about that. Like, she stood 10 toes down to fucking support me, make sure I didn't fucking die, but after the fact, she was like, hey man, that shit was not cool. Like, you should not have done that.
You gotta know when to call your person out.
Hey.
When shit's not cool.
I genuinely thought that they were bullshitting me when they were like, no, she will get you fucked up. I genuinely thought they were bullshitting me. So that was, and I even to the point admitted to her and apologized. That like, hey, I'm sorry. I thought y'all was bullshitting. That's on me. I know next time there's a threshold. Don't go past that threshold. I know what that threshold is now.
Yeah.
And so we, you know, I still go back and listen to that episode where we talked about that and laugh my ass off at her just saying that she could have beat the brakes off of me that night. I'd still laugh my ass off. It was
because we all warned you.
Y'all did, and I openly admit that y'all
all 11 million cousins.
Even Jamie
did.
warned me and was like, "Hey, bro, you might not want to do that, bro. She will get you fucked up." And I said, "Nah, it ain't even gonna be that bad."
I took
the gummy. I was like, "Bro, it ain't shit." Kept drinking, and it was. You know what? It was when I realized that the gummy had hit. I should have stopped because there was a moment I realized the gummy hit, and I just did not stop drinking. I was like, "Yeah, I'll just keep drinking." And I should have stopped when I realized that the gummy had hit. Because I realized, that was the moment I realized that it had hit.
You knew you was fucked up and kept going.
Oh yeah. Because I was like, fuck it, I'm already here.
And I could see when it did, and I was like, okay.
Should have stopped me. You should have.
I did.
I don't remember.
I know you don't remember. I tried to stop you.
So yeah. Stand by yours, but
Bobblehead.
call them out.
See, you being mean to me.
I know.
Being mean to you?
I know he being mean.
Being mean to... Y'all.
You being mean, y'all.
This how in my day-to-day life right there. You see that? As soon as I...
If you being mean...
Can't even say the slightest of thing. And then all of a sudden it's just, he don't love me. I can't even slightly raise my voice at her.
No.
And she'll just go, he don't love me.
How would you raise your voice at your wife?
Or it's a running through the fucking house like a titan. And I have to fucking chase her because she's the type of crazy. She gonna fucking hit the door and start running around the fucking block.
Wait.
Nah, she wouldn't actually do that. She threatened to do that, but I know she wouldn't do it. It's too hot out there. It's too hot out there. She don't like being hot. She's threatened, but I'm like, girl, you know you're not gonna do that.
She's on the driveway.
It's too hot in the driveway. What are you talking about? She's not gonna do it. Look, there's a difference between her and I, because I did this. I was a marching band, boy. We just put the shorts on, we was out there. Hey, let's go.
He ain't nothing to you.
He ain't nothing to me. And I be telling folks, like, look, it's hot and it's humid, but at the same time, I'm okay with it. Because we used to do this shit with marching band. We used to be out there, I'm talking playing loud enough, but everybody in there something to hear us. And the humidity. What was it? Yeah, that was a meme. That's right.
Humidity.
I don't understand who called it boob sweat and not humidity.
Yeah.
I agree with them.
It's just underneath. I'd rather be like on top instead of underneath. But then you gotta lift and wipe, and that's so much work.
I love
it. Really is.
Listen,
So much work.
I And I'm doing research now because I keep bringing up money, but it's the truth. I don't have money to pay a personal trainer. One of my coworkers actually put me in contact with one of his high school people that he knew from high school, who he had lost like 90 something pounds. Like he went from I want to say it was like 280 something to like 190 something. And then he bulked back up to like 205 or somewhere in the 200, like low 200s. He bulked back up to that. And like he put me in contact with him because they're like, oh, he's wanting more clients. He's trying to get more clients. And I'm like, look, I understand that. I don't have money to pay for a client, for a personal trainer, bro. I don't have the money for that. Like I've looked through his Instagram. I love what he does. I love his work. I can see the progress that he's done. Like he literally even has done like the bodybuilding competition, and I see the hard work that he's willing to help these people do. But at the same time, it's just like
that's an extra expense.
And that's an extra expense that I don't have money to pay for right now. So I'm going to leave it alone until I can get a little bit more money. Once I do, that's why I'm trying to be a barber so badly. Because if I can even just pulling in an extra like $200 or $300 extra a month, I would be happy. I understand that Uncle Sam is going to pull that shit out of my fucking ass, no lube style, but that's another bridge to cross when I get there. Uncle Sam going to pull that shit from taxes, will fucking drain me dry, but it's okay. That'll be shit to pay on the back end.
Unless you like set money to the side specifically for it.
Yeah.
During the process.
Yeah. That somebody has actually already given me that advice to like just pay it along the year. Don't wait until tax time and then have to try to pay it all back. Just pay it along the year. Which I'm still trying to decide if I want to try to go into business to own my own shop here, or if I want to just be under somebody else's shop.
It'll probably be less money just to be under somebody else's shop.
But at the same time, you got to think about I'm still going to have to be paying to rent that chair.
But it'd be cheaper to rent the chair than
a building.
Then you got utilities, all that. And you got to find other people to fill that shop.
I mean, I'm going to be going through the program. I'm getting them. Some of them. I gotta see, because you know, like I was telling y'all between kind of hit or miss.
Fair.
But that being said, we are going to wrap things up. We're gonna have another long episode, man. We're gonna have another long one. But we're gonna wrap things up. We're gonna go into it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. If you guys want to continue to support us and help us grow as only y'all can, the fans out there, give us a like, give us a subscription, give us a comment under the YouTube or even on Spotify. Just give us a comment, because comment section is open on Spotify too. We are actually growing on Spotify a lot. Like the last time I checked it, I think we had crossed over 50 like people who had followed the podcast.
Love that for us.
Like we don't have the people that are like listening, but they follow the podcast.
Yeah, so that's a start.
At least them following will be so. And I love that for us. Even on YouTube, we're inching closer and closer. We haven't crossed 20 subscribers yet, but I know that's coming close. You can follow us on all social medias. We will get better about posting on the social medias on Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, Discord, TikTok, at Drunk Text Pod. It's Drunk Text Pod for Reddit, actually. It's like r// Drunk Text Pod.
Yeah.
The links will be in the description. With that being said, ladies and gents, Miss Kristal, where can they find you?
They can find me everywhere. At Kristal Deshane, KRISTALDESHANE.
Absolutely, I love that. I did for my birthday, and this episode is actually going to come out 1 month. It's been a month since I've changed my usernames for Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at _YoungJB. So that will be _YUNGJAYBEE. And that will get you to all of my little social. My Twitch is a different name because I mentioned in last week's episode that I'm now live on Twitch again. Just most nights. Once I start barbering and doing my barbering program, it'll probably be pushed back like an hour, my start time. But I knew what I was signed up for when I decided to do this. But with that being said, yeah, look for all the links in the description. I have one last thing to read before we skedaddle up out of here. And that is, if you are a loved one and struggling with alcohol abuse, dial the National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline at 1-800-662-4357. The National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline provides information on alcohol and drug abuse. Local treatment options, support through hotline counselors who are there to help speak with you about alcohol, drug, or family problems. Please remember, because I say it at the end of every episode, and I mean it at the end of every episode, that you are loved, you are appreciated, and we are so happy that you joined us right here on this gray, comfy couch. That even when we get a better studio, will continue to be where we give these episodes from. I mean that. But with that being said, we will see you all in the next episode. Love you, mean it. Bye-bye. Woo!
Finally.
Finally, I know, right?
Finally, I got the book.